Good morning, Royals. Today is Monday, November 4th, 2024. My name's Mamie.
And I'm Andrew. And this is the Royal Rundown.
Seniors, the last opportunity to have your Scepter yearbook photo taken by Prestige will be held in the Leonard Lobby today and tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on both days. Make sure you get your picture taken, otherwise you'll be listed as not pictured in this section of your book. In addition, seniors, you will be provided a graduation gown for your photo.
Student Council Food Drive is running now through November 15th. You can donate canned food items to bins by door 1, 10, and 18. If your club is participating in the club competition to bring the most donations, take them to your club sponsor. The winning clubs will receive the monetary donations from Student Council.
Now we'll send it over to Freddie with our election update.
Thanks, guys. To all our registered voters, remember Election Day is tomorrow the 5th. If you haven't voted early already, make sure you know where you're going to be casting your vote and their hours, and be sure not to forget a government-issued ID. You can check all of this by visiting indianavoters.in.us, or for more information, we're going to send it over to Emma.
Some at HSC are preparing to vote this November, but how do you vote and why? To begin to answer some of these questions, I sat down with Mrs. Mahan, a U.S. government and AP U.S. history teacher here at HSC.
Voting is your basic fundamental right to participate in the government. It's your ability to voice your opinion. It's your right to determine how the country proceeds forward, and it's the easiest thing you can do to be part of this country. I think the most important thing you can do when voting is doing your research beforehand. At indianavoters.com, once you're registered, you can put in your address and it will pull up a ballot for you, and it'll show you everything that is on the ballot. Doing your research beforehand, making sure you understand what the issues are and how you feel about them. And remember, there's more than just elections on the ballot. There's also different referendums or amendment questions. So being able to look those up in advance and to research and really go into the booth with an educated opinion would be my best advice.
When HSC seniors go to the polling booth for the first time this November, they need to know how to be an informed voter. So to talk about informed voting and how to become one, I sat down with HSC senior Hannah Van Lanningham, who will be 18 by November 5th and is registered to vote in this November election.
I really just try to keep up with news articles and make sure that I know what's happening with each of the candidates. Before I go to vote in November, I've been doing a lot of background research of my own and making sure that I know the policies and all the information about all the candidates and what that means if I were to vote for them. I would just say to start easy. Don't jump into the super complicated, really niche, political questions just yet. Start with some basic research, and there are a lot of really good resources out there that can really just explain sort of the basics of how to maybe start getting informed. And I would go for background of candidates and maybe start with presidential candidates before you dive into sort of local candidates or senators, House of Representatives, anything like that.
In entertainment news, Young Thug is finally free. His criminal trial has just ended with him pleading guilty to some but not all of his charges and being sentenced to 15 years of probation with no remaining jail time after he was recommended 25 years in prison. Also, Lil Uzi Vert just released his album Eternal to Take 2 on Friday. What are your thoughts? Now on to Mina with sports.
Thanks, Maddox. Royals. Starting today, each Monday we'll be overviewing what is coming up this week in sports news. So, this week, both our girls' JV and varsity basketball teams are competing against Lawrence on Thursday. Now back to the studio.
That's all for your news today, Royals. Thank you for helping us keep you informed and up to date on all things HSC.